Welcome to another review. Today we're going to compare two different insulated water bottles. These tumblers, water bottles, are marvelous, and there's some distinct differences between the two. As part of every single review that I do, there's three things that I do. Number one, see if it will fit in your cup holder of your car. This is coming out of my car. Number two, I brought a thermometer. We're going to test to see, is the temperature inside of these water bottles, are they going to go up or go down, or what happens over 12 hours? Because both of which tell you that they're going to keep the water temperature super cold inside. And I'm going to tell you exactly how well that is. And behind me is my stroller. This is important specifically if you're a mom or a dad and you're taking kids for a walk, you want to have your water bottle in there. The two that we're going to compare today, Zulu Tempo, 30-ounce water bottle versus the Hydrapeak Voyager. This is a 40-ounce water bottle. Right out of the gate, obvious differences. This one has a straw, this one has a handle, this one does not. A couple other unique things about these is that with the Zulu Tempo, this top right here, as you can see, it's a twist off, almost like a mason jar. You twist it on, you twist it off, which means that if you tip it over, it is leak proof. It is not going to spill out. The Voyager, if you tip it over, it's going to spill out of the straw and around the area where the straw comes through. So that's what we see here. The other thing about the Zulu Tempo, we'll take the lid off here, as you can see right here, it has a button. This button allows you to open so you can drink out of this hole right here and close it. And the back end of this, there's a piece right here. When you click the button, it opens up the suction piece. So it actually opens up so that you can drink out of it. Oftentimes, when you are drinking out of it, when you're done, you just click the button. But the beautiful piece here is this piece opens up and opens up the hole. When you're closing it up, it has a suction piece to it, so it closes up the hole, so it is leak proof. I like the fact that it's a mason jar. I'm a bit clumsy sometimes, so I do like the fact that it is leak proof and spill proof when you have it like this. So I really like that about this one here. The other thing that I like about this one, you see really close, this piece right here, it's almost like a coaster. It's a rubber piece connected to the bottom of the Zulu Tempo right here, as you can see. What this does is it protects it. So when it's sitting in your car, or if it is on your table or your counter, it's not going to scratch. Unlike some of the other ones, like the Voyager, where it's the hard metal surface that you see right here, the Zulu Tempo, it is that rubbery plastic at the bottom. I do really like that. No straw for this one, but with the Voyager, it's got a hand holder. This one's perfect to be able to carry around. The other unique thing about this one, it doesn't twist off like the Zulu Tempo. It pops off like this. Here's your straw. Your straw is actually plastic, hard plastic. It is a hard plastic. One of the things that I notice about my kids is they like to chew the straws. So my wife and I have water bottles. The kids chew the straws. So this is something that would not go really well in my house. If your kids don't chew straws, maybe this is a good fit for you. This lid to the Voyager is a little bit thicker than some of the other ones. So it's pretty thick there. So all you would do is you would take the straw and send it right through the hole, just like that. The bottom of the straw that has this end cap here, so it doesn't get continue through. As you can see, it stops it so it doesn't fly on through. The straw is the entire length of the water bottle, so it goes all the way to the bottom like this. So it goes all the way to the bottom. So the other thing that I've noticed about the Voyager is that it's a little bit thicker at the top and then slender, whereas the Zulu Tempo has a little bit of thickness, but there's a more of a drastic difference from the top to the bottom between the two. Both of which are big mouth openings. So if you want to put ice inside, they're both enormous. In fact, I've got a ruler that'll tell us exactly. This is 3 3/4. This one's 3.5 inches. Plenty of space to be able to pour ice into these water bottles. So there you go. A quick overview of these. I'm going to put the lids back on. We're going to see if they fit inside of the cup holder for my car. So here we are, cup holder for my car. We're going to take a look. Let's take the Tempo. There's a small side and a large side. Here's the Tempo. It fits barely in the small side. Big side fits perfectly. This is coming out of a Honda vehicle, just your typical four-door sedan. This is coming out of it. It fits perfectly. If you have an SUV or a larger car, this 100% will fit perfect for you. Same thing here for the Voyager. It just barely fits in the small end, and then here's the bigger end. It fits perfectly inside of the bigger end. So I know for sure both of which are going to fit inside of your cup holder for your car. So no sense buying one that's not going to fit inside of your cup holder in your car. Let's take a look at the stroller behind me rather. This is the Zulu Tempo. Here we go. Does not fit in your standard size stroller, as you can see. Tried to get it to fit in there, it won't fit. If you have a bigger stroller, maybe you have a Bob or a different type of stroller, it might fit. But your standard size stroller, it does not fit. So let's take a look at the Voyager. The Voyager here, barely Hydrapeak. Voyager does not fit inside of the standard size stroller. If you have a bigger one similar to Zulu Tempo, go for it. It would absolutely 100% fit. All right, next thing that we're going to do in the test is I'm going to put ice and water inside of both of these, starting temperature, and then wait 12 hours and come back to you. So let's get to it. As part of my comparison between the Voyager 40 ounce and the Zulu 30 ounce insulated water bottles, we're going to test to see the inside temperatures and over a 12-hour period. Inside both, 2 cups of ice and filled with waters. So far, the Hydrapeak Voyager has a starting point of, ooh, that's cold, at 37.9. Let's call it 37 even, versus the Zulu. Let us warm up for just a second. Let's get back into the 40s. And let's check there. This one, 41.5. Now, we know the starting temperature. 12 hours from now, we're going to check to see. Right now, it's about 9:53 on Monday the 28th. We're going to check and see which one keeps it cold the longest. So this one started in the high 30s. This one started in the low 40s. Let's see what happens. We are back. It's the Voyager versus the Zulu. Last night with the ice water, the temperature was 37 degrees. Zulu was 41.5. 12 hours later, as you can see, 10:10 a.m. on Tuesday the 29th. Let's take the lid off the Voyager. I do like the Voyager, the fact that it's a little bit bigger and taller than some of the other insulated water bottles. The other piece too is the lid. This lid I just took off is really hard to take off. So here we go. So as you can see, temperature says 69. Let's put her in and see what we come up with. $43.7. 43.7. Now time for the Zulu. Zulu's kind of unique. It's a twist off, almost like a mason jar. So there you go. Remember the starting temperature was 41.5. Let's see what we go with. Inside the thermometer goes. Let's call it 53.2. 53.2. So as you can see, 12 hours later, the Voyager lost about 6 degrees, maybe 7 degrees. So the Voyager kept it cold. On average, most of these insulated water bottles will lose the temperature 1 degree per hour for 12 hours. So here is 41 degrees to 53. That is 12 degrees, which makes sense. It's 12 hours later. Zulu is average, but the Voyager is a little bit above average when it comes to keeping your water extremely cold and your drink. Both the ice has melted in both of which, but there you go. The Voyager kept the water a little bit colder for 12 hours over the Zulu.